Big day today, guys. Lowbrow custom shotgun exhaust going on the Sportster. Finally ditching the stock exhaust. Got everything here. Bracket, pipes. Let's get to it. Alright, so we're going to start loosening up the front exhaust here. These just have two bolts, flange going right into the head. First bolt, nice and easy. Second one, you're going to have to fight with the frame a little bit. I got a little creative with a universal and an extension. But, you know, use what you got, make it work. Once we're done with that, we're going to move further down the exhaust, and there's a little bracket hanger here. I had to remove my brake linkage for this. You may or may not have to, depending on where your controls are, if you have forward controls or what year your bike is. Just like that, first exhaust pipe pulls right off. This one's a little trickier. You got to get an open-ended in the back here. I couldn't even get the box end of it on there. Once that removed, you got to get the two nuts up at the flange again. This is, you're not fighting with the frame this time, but you end up fighting with the case. You may want to put a rag or something on the case to prevent scratching it up. I'm planning on painting this at some point, so I wasn't too concerned. And there we go. The stock exhaust is gone. Now next up is moving the flange over to the new exhaust. Now they make tools for this. I recommend you getting them because this was not that easy. Getting them off wasn't too bad. Putting them on was kind of a disaster. But basically you have this retaining clip that you want to pull off, and then you can slide the flange right over the end. Then we're going to basically repeat the process in reverse on the new exhaust. Now make sure you put these flanges on first. If you put the clips on, you're going to have to take them off, put these on, and start again. Now it's possible on these pipes, since they're straight the whole way, you might be able to get the flange on from the back, but it's easier just to do it the right way. Now again, I recommend getting the correct tools for this. You'll see, you know, I really struggled getting this on, and in the end, I ended up kind of marring up the paint on the end there. Now you won't really see it, but, you know, there's nothing worse than scratching up the new exhaust you just got. So as you can see, like I said, marred it up a little bit. Not the end of the world, but not great. If you guys have a better way to do this, or you guys have a favorite tool to do this, you know, please comment below. I would like to not have to do that again. So next up, we're taking the two bolts off here. We're going to put this bracket that came with the exhaust right on. So if you're like me, you started wrenching on this and you realize that it's just spinning because there's a nut on the back side. Right there. So let's try this again, this time with a wrench. Now getting the bolt on the left side ended up being a much bigger project than I anticipated. Hopefully, you know, maybe on your bike, different year, might be a little easier, but I had to take apart the whole battery box and pull the whole thing off just to get enough room to get a wrench in there. So now on this side, you'll also see the negative to the battery is grounded to the frame on that nut. So you have to take that nut off first, remove the cable, then you can take the nut off that's holding the bolt in place. And then finally, it's out. Now, it was way more than I anticipated doing when I originally set off to swap the exhaust. You know, you have to take apart this whole side of the bike pretty much, but if you've worked on bikes and cars before, you know that's just how it goes sometimes. So you're going to get the bracket that's supplied with the exhaust kit, and you're going to put it back in place with the same bolts you just took off. Now on this left side, it's important you remember to put that ground back on this bolt. If you don't, you're going to have all kinds of weird electric problems if the bike even starts at all. So just remember to do that. Save yourself the headache. Put the wire on. Now that that bracket's on, we're on to the easy stuff. Take the new pipes, put them up where they need to be. You're going to spin that flange so it matches up with the studs. Put those nuts back on and tighten them up. And we're going to do the front one, same way. Line it up, put the flange in place, put it on the studs, tighten it up. Now I should mention, I left these a little loose so I could screw around with the positioning of them before I torqued everything down. So now that bracket we put on gets bolted up to the exhaust in the back here. So just take the hardware supply with the kit, put it through. It's a little tight back there, but not that bad, especially if we've gotten this far. Make sure you drop them. And then once you have this on, make sure everything's lined up position, torque everything up, and you're good to go. And look at that. How much better does that look than the stock ones? And now the most important part, sound comparison. And there you have it. Love the way this exhaust looks. I do love the sound of it, real throaty. I will admit it's a little loud for my taste. The camera mic doesn't really do it justice. I might look to putting baffles in it at some point, but as of now, definitely love the exhaust. Can't beat it for the price. Hope you guys liked the video. I got some more stuff coming up on this Sportster this winter. So if you want to see more, please subscribe, like, comment, and like I said earlier, let me know if you have a better way to do those exhaust flanges, because obviously my way is not great.